7% of all high school athletes go on to play in college. As proud members of the 93% that didn't, this is Fratleets.
All right, everyone, welcome back. I know it looks weird. We got me and Bollinger in the same room, and then Hayden still tagging along. What's your background today, Hayden?
I think it's Shaq. I didn't even mean to do that. It just kind of gave me that, and I was like, oh, all right.
Oh, yeah, that's Shaq.
Yeah, that's Shaq.
Yeah.
All right, well, episode 14. We got a lot on the plate. Football is officially back. It's being recorded on Thursday. Rams versus Bills tonight. We got a little college football we're going to talk. MLB is getting juicy. It's about that time where the half baseball fans start to care because it's like the games that actually mean something of the 162 long season. Did I miss anything? A Bachelorette talk. We're going to do. Oh, yeah. And we're going to have our Heisman winners who have had the best NFL careers. We're going to do a little draft on that and see who picks the best team. And then Hayden will end it with a little Bachelorette talk because that's getting spicy. They're cooking something up. So before we get into college football, there are two things we need to get off. This is the first ever Fratleets dap up of all time. Clean as Drew Brees. And then we just want to have a moment of silence for Queen Elizabeth as she passed away today. Thank you. All right. So let's start off with a little college football talk. There was a lot of good games last week, but we're going to jump into next week. Some of the best bets that we think will go on for this weekend. And, of course, the Rams and Bills tonight can be included. So, Hayden, what do you have on your spreadsheet?
Definitely the over. You got to bet the over. If you don't bet the over, you fucking suck. What?
For what game?
Bills,
I thought you were talking about just today only. The Rams versus the Bills.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So that's what you take the over?
Oh, yeah. 100% take the over for the Rams versus the Bills.
I hope it doesn't hit and I can put the box score.
I'm going to be the Debbie Downer, dude. I don't know why. I know it's 51.5, and I know both these teams are electric. Bills are kind of beat up on defense, but I like the under. Okay, this could be one of those where I'm extremely wrong on, and the final score could be 45-42. I won't be surprised at all. But I think first game, is it the ring game? Do they get their rings tonight?
Yeah.
The ring night?
Well, they already got their rings.
Oh, they already got their. Okay. Well, I think
the banner
night.
The
banner down.
Something's happening inside the stadium. All right. That's the main thing.
I still like the Bills.
Give me the Rams 2.5. That's my pick for tonight's
Plus
game.
Or minus?
Plus 2.5.
Yeah.
Bills are the favorites. I'm taking the Rams and the points.
I like that.
But okay, let's focus on college football briefly, and then get into our Heisman talk. But so Hayden, I think you wanted to do one over, one under, one team to cover, and then what was the other? Was there something else?
Underdog money line.
Okay. Yep. You want to kick that off?
Yeah, well, just because it's got to be underdog money line because what's the point of betting the favorite? That's no fun at all.
There's no value.
Yeah.
Marshall has an 11% chance to beat Notre Dame according to ESPN.
It's big.
Pretty good.
Better than
10. Yeah. Double digits, all that matters. All right. So, do we just want to go all of them, or go around over, under, or what do we want to do here?
Let's start with the over. What is one over that you have as a lock?
Ohio or Old Dominion versus East Carolina, over 51.5. They're both coming off electric win or electric gains, I should say, because East Carolina can't hit 2 field goals. But Old Dominion's coming off just beating VTech. East Carolina kept up with the number 12 team in the nation. I think it's gonna be a shootout. I think both defenses are mediocre for each other. That means they're gonna keep just going deep all game.
I like it. I had to go grab my notes real quick, but I have these in my phone. My over that is a lock is actually Alabama and Texas at 65.5. I'm pretty sure. Dude, I think this is going to be a hell of a football game. Bama's favored by 20 straight up. I'm pretty sure they're 20-point favorites.
20.5.
Is it
and a half.
65.5?
No. Well, yeah, 65.
65.5. Give me the over. Texas offense is going to put up some points. If I had to pick one, I think Bama covers, but I won't be surprised if Bama puts up 42 or more by themselves.
Yeah, that's a good point. I definitely think Texas covers, bro. Quinn Ewers look nice.
That's not my lock. My lock is that's the over, but if I had to pick one, give me Bama.
Dude, I really like the over in the BYU Baylor game. I don't know. 53.5. Like,
Oh shit, that is pretty nice, bro. I like that a lot.
I've learned to never
like,
bet
both
against
teams-
Nick Saban.
Both teams are definitely hitting 4 touchdowns in the Baylor BYU game.
Baylor BYU.
Dude, I'm surprised BYU's favored. Baylor's what, number 9? BYU's 21.
While we're on that topic, that's actually my dog money line is Baylor money line. I think there's no way that Baylor should be the underdogs in this game. I think Baylor has a really good football team this year with a legit chance to win the Big 12.
Oh, without a doubt.
They could snag that 4 spot.
Who you have for your underdog money line?
My underdog money line. I have Iowa State beating Iowa plus 150. Iowa State's coach used to be the coach for Toledo, and I went to a Toledo football camp when I was in high school, and he was the best. Like of all the camps I went to, I like Toledo's the best because of like the head coach was so awesome. He's a great coach, like a good players coach, and like a rough and tough guy. I don't think Iowa State's beat them ever, or if they have, it's been a while. And Iowa could barely beat South Dakota State. They didn't score a touchdown, just a field goal and 2 safeties. So I think Iowa State has a very good chance.
Iowa's defense doesn't intimidate you, putting up 2 safeties.
No.
They hit 2 safeties.
They won the game 7-3 off 2 safeties and a field goal
I didn't even see that.
against fucking South Dakota State.
The Jackrabbits.
Jackrabbits, dude. They're
Hawkeyes,
basketball.
Hawks literally killed Jackrabbits.
It was sweet though. It's a sweet win. I don't know. Defense didn't give up a single touchdown and had more points than the entire other team's offense.
Yeah.
4 points to 3. Pretty sick. You got a dog money line or?
I didn't go dog money line. I was I want to say Marshall just because if it happens, I can clip this and put it on Twitter and be like, called that. So I got to take Marshall.
He's taking the herd. Okay.
Bro, speaking of Marshall real quick, I like the parlay Marshall plus 21 parlayed with the over of the game too. I think it's 51.5.
I like the under.
You son of a bitch.
I'm not gonna lie. I know you should take the over, but I think both teams are just gonna try to control possession and run the ball because Notre Dame's not gonna they're just looking past.
If Notre Dame's defense can contain Ohio State's offense, I know it's a little bit biased. If they could be tired, dude, because hanging with the Buckeyes for 4 quarters, they could be exhausted. But I'm going to be a little impressed if Marshall can put up more than 21 points against Notre Dame and that defense, because Notre Dame's defense gave a lot of wild looks, and for an offense that's supposed to be as powerful as Ohio State's, holding them to what 7 points in
2.5 quarters,
2 and almost 3 full quarters.
Almost 3.
It's pretty impressive, but
I think it's bold because I think Marshall has a really good front 7. So I think Notre Dame, if they try to run the ball, which they did against Ohio State, I feel like
they didn't do much offense against Ohio State at all.
Well, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be low scoring.
That's all right. Whatever. Speaking of low scoring, this actually has nothing to do with low scoring, but this is my under pick. Tennessee and Pitt under 67.5.
I like that.
A lot of points. I think Tennessee wins. I believe they're 6-point favorites against Pitt. Pitt had a dogfight last week against West Virginia, and I don't know. I just have a feeling this game goes under. Pitt scored 41 points in week 1. I like betting the opposite of what a team does the first week. I just don't feel like you're going to consistently put up 40 on the season against 2 big schools. But Sergeant Smallcock, can you step away? It's not your job.
Yeah, we have a few guys in the room.
We actually have producers today.
Oh yeah, live audience.
Yeah, it's like a live audience.
So they also love Tennessee and Pitt under 67.5.
Yeah, Colton's been talking about it, or Phil's been talking about it all day.
All right.
Who you got?
My under is Virginia versus Illinois. I don't think Illinois is going to score like hardly at all, but I think their defense will do enough to contain Virginia to where Virginia's probably going to win by like 3 touchdowns. But like, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think Illinois' defense is pretty good, but I think Virginia's like defense is way better than Illinois offense. And I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be a one-sided game, but under still hits.
Yeah, my under was the Marshall game, but I kind of gave my spiel on that.
Speaking of one-sided hits, Michigan and Hawaii. I know we all saw how terrible Hawaii was week 0. The over-under is like 66.5, and Michigan is 51.5 point favorites.
Damn.
I thought that was cool. I mean, well, I thought that was weird, but no, it was just like they really think that's going to be a fucking blowout. So what do you got?
Well, I was just going to say for overs, App State and Texas A&M. Just after watching what App State did with UNC last week, for it to be 53.5 after they scored after 120 points last week, it's bold.
The only thing is UNC's defense is really fucking bad. Like
Terrible.
really bad.
Awful.
That's a big reason App State
That
can
was
score.
known going into that game too.
Yeah. And I think Texas A&M is a lot better. So I think it'll be more one-sided, but the over can still definitely hit. App State's going to score at least twice.
And last, do we have just a cover?
Yep.
Is that what we need?
Yep.
I actually have 2 of these. I think Oklahoma State -11 versus Arizona State is an absolute lock. And Spencer, what's the
Rattler?
No, not Spencer Rattler. He's at South Carolina.
Oh.
Spencer, whoever the quarterback for Oklahoma State is, I know it's kind of disrespectful, but the dude can play ball, as we saw last week. He's like, he came out, and I know it's week 2, but he's like first in Heisman rankings already, and he looked phenomenal in week 1. They play Arizona State, who has no history in college football, and Oklahoma State does have the history. Everybody was worried about Oklahoma State week 1, and you saw what they did. They're still a good program, good football team, I think, and they're at home against Arizona State. I think they could easily win by more than 11 points. And then my second one is Michigan State -34.5 against Akron.
That's a good one.
Akron struggle. Akron is one of the worst football teams I've ever seen. They played St. Francis, PA in week 1 and beat them in overtime. That's an FCS school. I didn't even know that they included what state you were in unless it was like a high school game being played on ESPN. St. Francis, PA, and you went to overtime with them. Give me the Big Ten school, Michigan State, by 5 touchdowns.
Easy.
Wow.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I kind of already talked about mine as well. I think Texas A&M kind of blows out. It's 18.5 right now versus Appy State. They're an SEC defense versus it's not UNC. And I think their defense also gave up 60 points, and Texas A&M is just going to run through them. I could see them winning by like 40 points.
The A&M had one of the best, if not the best, recruiting classes recently, right? Jimbo's getting it done over there.
Jimbo's a dog, bro. Ever since he called out Coach Saban, I'm like, all right, Jimbo, you better win now. But
I like it.
I like it a lot.
SEC beef. I like 18.5 against Appy State. Appy State will probably try to slow the ball down. I mean, yeah, SEC, they got 5 stars all over the field on defense. It's going to be a lot different look from what they got from UNC last week.
My spread that I said was an absolute lock is Tennessee -6 against Pitt. You kind of touched on it earlier, Cini, but honestly, like the thing about the WVU game, the Pitt game, like it was super hype, but they're both so fucking mid. Like they are not good teams. They're both equally mid, so that's why it was so good. It was like a mid off, bro. Like it seemed hype because go ahead.
I said it was a mid off.
Yeah. Like, it seemed hype because the rivalry was coming back, and it was a night game, and it was the first night of college football and all that shit. It was hype, but if you looked, there were so many turnovers, so many should have been turnovers, just bad coaching decisions. I don't know, it was just a fucking mid-off. So I think Pitt is going to get absolutely just butt fucked by Tennessee, bro. I wanted to say something else, but I couldn't think of it. Butt fuck was just screaming in my head, bro. But they're gonna get bent over and fucked by Tennessee.
I think I'm with you on that because Pitt's at home, right? And then
oh yeah, it is. Pitt is home, yeah.
Yeah, and that's two big games at home back to back to start the season, and they arguably should have lost to WVU. You can make a very good case that WVU should have won that game in many different ways. And
what's it called?
I think that Tennessee is going to give them a lot different of a look than what WVU gave them. I agree with you on that, Hayden.
All right, we're moving on to was that the last? That was the last one, right? The cover.
Yep.
All right, now it's
Heisman winners.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. This is
all right. So how are we doing the draft?
I've been waiting for this.
put a
This
lot of
is what
effort. The crowd is hyped. The crowd is pumped up.
I got one in mind.
The crowd
Oh,
is
crowd's
pumped up.
Bro, hell yeah! I like the boys are getting into this, bro. Fuck yeah! You guys talk about it beforehand?
Just to clarify, this is Heisman winners that had the best NFL careers, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Top 3.
So, yeah. All right. So let's have you. Okay.
Someone
Phil, somebody pick a number 1 through 3. Hayden, we'll let you pick first.
Do not say it.
One of you
obviously.
whisper it to the other one. All right. What do you want? Hayden, you pick.
1 to 3.
Yeah.
3.
You want?
Give me one.
All right. I'll take 2. Number was 2. I picked the order.
Fuck.
All right. I want 1. Hayden, you can go 2. Zach, you can go back.
Oh, I love the back-to-back.
All right. So, my number 1, the 1-on-1, it was a very obvious choice. I'm going with Barry Sanders. I think that is the most obvious 1-1. NFL career, 15,280 rushing yards, 109 touchdowns, and he had a 2,000-yard season. I'm pretty sure those numbers speak for themselves. He is arguably the most elusive back of all time, and I don't even know if there is an argument for that. 10-time Pro Bowler, 6-time AP first team, 1997 MVP, and he averaged 5.3 yards per touch. That's pretty fucking insane. And I know he was on a trash team like the Lions his entire career, but if anything, that helps his case. Usually when the teams are terrible, you're playing from behind, you got to throw the ball. They were just like, fuck it, let's give it to Barry. So that's my 1-1.
That's what my 1-1 was as well.
Easy 1-1.
That was not my 1-1.
I'm making sure Zach's not looking off my cheat sheet.
Oh, really, Zach? That wasn't your 1-1?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I know. So I know my 1 too. My pick is O.J. Simpson.
Dude.
He became.
He's talking about this pick all day.
He wasn't first round worthy.
That was his funny 3rd-round pick.
He wasn't first round worthy. Give me your argument. Whatever. Let's hear.
Dude, first person to rush for 2,000 yards in one season. He did it when they had 12 games a year. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
14.
14. Oh, to make like 14 games a year. He played in Buffalo. Like, he's not playing in like sunny Miami. It is like muddy. It is cold. He played through the elements. He like technically went over 2,000. I'm pretty sure it was like 2008. So I mean, that's just extra change. Just a killer fucking athlete.
I see what you did there.
He was super sneaky around the line, things like that. He just really knew what to do in tough situations. What do
you think about him outside of football?
He's a great actor. He did really good in what's it called, The Naked Gun. He's really good in that. Really good commercials, things like that.
Okay.
Honestly, it was really fucked up what he did. Breaking into that hotel and trying to steal his memorabilia back. But
I was kind of glad you picked OJ. I think you did the pick a lot better than I would have.
Yeah, people make mistakes, man.
So, okay, I did have OJ. I just want to include some other, hit on a little bit more of what you said about OJ, because I honestly did not know how good OJ truly was. He won the Heisman in 1968, and I made sure I stated looking purely at football. The second closest man in his 2,000-yard season, which that's why I said 14 games, because I had it written down. He was ahead by 879 yards. That's when the next closest running back was to him. 880 yards ahead of that guy. Also, he averaged 143.1 yards per game in that season that he had 2,000 yards. That's fucking absurd. So, yeah, I do think OJ is a good pick. I don't know about him outside of football, but whatever. I'm pissed off I didn't get him, but that's fine. I don't think he was first round worthy. Go ahead, Zach. You got back to back.
So my first one, I got Bo Jackson solely because we're talking he only had a 4-year NFL career, but dude played both NFL and MLB and dominated in each. Was averaging 11 yards a carry or something. It was in this 1 year. Not career-wise, that would be insane. But, I mean, the dude literally was just the greatest athlete on earth. And then got to pull.
I didn't have Bo. I thought that his career was too short.
So the thing, it's a lot of that's potential because he could have potentially if he would have not got hurt because also he only got hurt because he was so strong. Literally, his leg was so powerful that when he stepped wrong, it just shredded everything from his hip.
People see the Bo Jackson name and it's just I don't know, dude. His career wasn't long enough for all these Heisman winners. It's just
I wasn't even. I was also including his MLB career in this and just an all-around athlete of he won the Heisman and then was one of the best MLB players as well.
And he said that football was a hobby.
To contradict, this is the topic is best NFL career. Just saying. All right, take your
next. I took Eddie George.
It's a good pick.
I thought
it's okay pick.
I hated
Buckeye bias.
2,000 yard runner. I mean, it was only him and 3 others because Derrick Henry just got added to it.
OJ Simpson, Adrian Peterson. But we're talking about before that or what?
Well, you 2,000 yard runners.
OJ Simpson, Adrian Peterson, Eric Dickerson,
Barry Sanders.
Really? Barry Sanders. Not Bo Jackson, but who's the dude? The Titans guy. Chris Johnson.
CJ2K.
I couldn't think of the initials, bro. Derrick Henry.
Anyway, running backs.
Yeah, they always have. They had 3. That's what it was. It was he was the third Titan to rush for 2,000.
But you could have a list of all Titans running backs on if you wanted to. You could have Derrick Henry, Chris Johnson, and fucking Eddie George. That's kind of insane.
Yeah.
Good for the Titans.
Yeah, but he has over 10,000 rushing yards total, 68 touchdowns. I mean, I agree with Senior.
It's not a bad pick, but it's not the best pick you could have had.
It's a round.
So I think part of my selection process is how people talk about the GOAT. So I included Super Bowl wins as a really important thing as well. Now OJ never won a Super Bowl, but a lot of my picks that I would have had above Eddie George were Super Bowl based.
It's just like debating LeBron and MJ. It's just some people think that championships matter, some people don't. It's whatever.
Yeah.
So you got Eddie George and
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson. You have OJ.
All right. I have OJ. This one's a tough one, bro. Cause I have a couple I'm safe for a while. I'll take Roger Staubach, quarterback. Quarterback. So first of all,
go ahead.
Is it a bullshit pick, Zach? It says pick a bullshit pick.
Oh, it's a great pick.
I'll when we get to it.
Okay.
Go ahead, whatever.
All right. So not only Heisman winner for the Navy. It's pretty impressive. You got to handle the cadet school, or is it Navy cadet, Army cadet, and Navy shipman, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. I went to college. Going through that. And then getting winning the Heisman, then getting drafted into the Army, not even the NFL, in the Navy, in the military, getting drafted, serving 4 years or whatever it was, and then surviving that athlete. Not saying those who get shot and killed are not athletic, but let's just look at the obvious. Look at his resume, nice resume. I would say surviving war is athletic. So
I'll give that to you.
Yeah, I'll take that argument.
thank you. And then he goes to the Cowboys, wins 2 Super Bowls, talks about having sex on live TV in a time you definitely couldn't do that, but he was so wholesome and cool about it, no one cared. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, someone was talking about like having sex with multiple partners. He said, listen, honey, I like having sex as much as anybody other guy, but I just do it with one girl. It's the only thing. And the lady's fucking nervous laughing. It's wild for the 60s. But like just like a all around just golden guy. I mean, literally the golden boy, golden child was his nickname. Great pick in my eyes. Thank you, boys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I thought it's not a bad pick at all. When I was
Thank
doing my research, he definitely has a good
I
argument
think
for it.
Eddie George is a better pick.
All right, okay. You got after seeing your reaction, dude. I don't know. This pick has me getting to double take, but in my eyes, this is a fucking no-brainer. Round 2, third pick, Cam fucking Newton, dude. Are we forgetting about how electric Cam Newton was? Are we
In
forgetting?
college?
You guys are forgetting about how electric this man was in the NFL. What were the Carolina
For
Panthers?
4 years.
What were the Panthers?
How was he 2 years?
No, you're both wrong. Through 51 touchdowns. Listen,
long
okay.
was-
So he transfers. No, you don't. No, you do not.
If you include Cam Newton, Derrick Henry's had better.
So
stats
he
than
transfers. He played one
Thank
season at Auburn. Keep in mind, played one season at Auburn. He threw for 51 touchdowns in the SEC in one season at Auburn.
him.
He's one of the
NFL
greatest
career.
rookies of all time. Took the Panthers from 17. The Panthers offense scored 17 touchdowns in 2010. And guess what? He got drafted in 2011. They went from 17 offensive touchdowns to 48. 48 offensive touchdowns from 17 in his rookie season. In 2015, so 2 years, he was electric in his rookie season, going to Rookie of the Year. And then in 2015, 4 years later, 1, 2, 3, 4, he goes 15-1 and takes this bum-ass franchise of the Carolina Panthers to the fucking Super Bowl.
And they definitely won, right?
No, they didn't win.
Oh,
What is
Cam-
that? That's
Cam
still
Newton-
legendary. Dude, you can't
Cam Newton has a career 50
most total touchdowns.
percentage.
Most total touchdowns by a rookie. First quarterback to ever throw for 400 or more yards in his first start. First player with 4,000 passing yards and 10 rushing touchdowns in a season. First ever player with 5 passing and 5 rushing touchdowns in his first 5 games played. Most passing yards by a rookie in a season. First Panther to ever be named Rookie of the Year. Fastest to ever throw to 1,000 yards. This man changed the game of football. You don't have fucking Lamar Jackson if there's no Cam Newton. You don't. You don't have any of that shit.
Say it.
You don't have it.
Oh,
Cam
yeah, because
Newton's not
Mike
a
Vick
bad
never
pick.
existed.
The Panthers would have been fucking relocated by now if it wasn't for Cam Newton. They would be an NFL team in Germany if it wasn't for Cam Newton. We'd be watching the fucking Houston Oilers. You guys need to put some respect on Cam Newton's name, bro. A lot of people forgot who he was.
Good pick.
Yeah, go ahead and put RG3 up there too then.
RG3 was a great college quarterback.
I'm doing the NFL.
I'm not defending RG3. You were. RG3's NFL career is in no way, shape, or form in comparison to fucking Cam Newton.
I'll tell you this. Every pick that I'm going to have, I'm almost positive they never got cut or like just not re-signed. I'm pretty sure they all retired. Can't.
Injuries. Players fucking had it. Players have it. He's massive. He had the ball in his hand.
I'm not saying he's not great, but greatest NFL. I'm just saying he's more of a third rounder. Bro.
Put some respect on this man's name.
Who's your other pick?
Okay. Oh God, dude. Oh man.
We're in his head.
No, I don't want to make this pick because I'm a huge Ohio State fan, but I have to go with fucking Charles Woodson.
Fuck.
That one hurt me to say.
That's a great pick.
But dude, okay, I'm not like. Keep in mind, we're all young. I like to get the history of football. Like my NFL brain isn't too familiar with like early 2000s, mid 2000s. You know what I mean? So like looking back, I didn't really understand how impactful of a player Charles Woodson truly fucking was. And not to mention the guy that he beat out for Heisman was some guy named Peyton Manning. I don't know if you know who that is, but considering you forget quarterbacks that just, get old and deal with injury and just retire and do some shit like that. But he's probably a bum too in your eyes. But anyways, Charles Woodson, four Pro Bowls. He had a phenomenal career in Green Bay. Won Defensive Player of the Year in 2009. And there's your fucking ring. There's your ring for you, Hayden. Ring that man. He won the Super Bowl with the Packers. Congratulations, Charles Woodson. I'm done talking about it. Fuck this topic.
No, honestly, I was gonna say Charles Woodson because like that 2010 Steelers team that he beat in the Super Bowl was one of our better teams of all time. Like Antonio Brown, Hines Ward, Mike Wallace, Heath Miller, Ben.
Bro, Cam Newton was not a bad fucking pick.
Dude, here's the thing. Look at just look at your list. Barry Sanders, Cam Newton, and then Charles Woodson.
I'm telling you, dude, true footballers are going to look at that and be like, damn, this guy knows ball.
By footballers, if you mean soccer, then yes, I agree.
Fuck that shit, dude. Whatever. Take your pick. Who you got?
It's
First round OTA, dude.
Damn, bro, I'm tied between two. Fuck.
Electric, dude. He fucking was.
He was. I that's the thing. That's my main argument. Is Cam Newton was electric for like 5 years. 5 years max. He's electric, but like 5 years is not a whole NFL career.
Okay. It's more like 6 or 7. Like, dude, for quarterbacks don't go forever, dude. Not everyone's Tom Brady, and you got to keep in mind what quarterbacks were holding the ball. I know we're still going on about Cam Newton, but you didn't see a lot of fucking running quarterbacks. Like, people didn't like him back in the, like, I know it's not back in the day, but 2015 even, like, that was still like controversy whether you draft a dual threat quarterback. Like, it was just, I don't know. And really what my main thing is the Panthers were so fucking trash before him. And to single-handedly, he turned that franchise around and put respect on that franchise name. They were no longer a laughingstock. Like, I don't know. That's really my argument. We don't have to talk about Cam Newton anymore. It's over with.
No, I got you. I definitely see where you're coming from. And if it was like a top 5 list, sure, but it's top 3.
God, bro, go with your fucking.
All right, this is a tough one.
Eddie George had a fucking mid-ass NFL career, and that's coming from a Buckeye fan.
And I said that. I said that was poop. I said it was a poop pick.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
He just changed his mind. He said it was a good pick when it happened, and then I disagreed with Cam Newton.
Bro,
changed his
I'm not gonna be
mind
the man. I'm not gonna be the only one getting clowned out here. Fuck that.
You guys
All
are
right.
gonna see my next pick.
I already did a running back, so I'll do a different position. Tim Brown. Tim Brown, 9 Pro Bowls as a receiver is fucking impressive. He never won the Super Bowl, but he made it to one. It was Tim Brown, Jerry Rice. It was a sweet team. They were just old. It's hard to win the Heisman as a receiver. It's even harder to, like I said, make a Pro Bowl 9 times like that. Great athlete. I think Tim Brown is a good 3rd-round pick, and that's who I'm going with.
I had him on my list, and Tim Brown was he's the first true wide receiver to ever win the Heisman. There was one other guy, but he also played running back, so I don't really count that. He's the first true receiver. Tim Brown is a really good pick, and I probably would have taken him if I had one more pick or had a different pick in the draft. But what else? Oh, do you know how many quarterbacks Tim Brown played with?
No.
He had like a different quarterback. I don't know for certain.
In
but
the NFL or college?
In the NFL, he had like double-digit quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's an insane amount. I know that.
That's also what's phenomenal is he was doing it with like shit turds. Also, last thing about Cam Newton, bro. You guys want to talk about the longevity? This fucking guy picked Bo Jackson. What the fuck?
I agree with you that he probably should have picked someone with a longer NFL career. While I like the pick, doesn't mean it's a good pick. I like a lot of shitty stuff.
You went OJ and
Hey, what are you saying over there, Harry Peter?
I didn't say shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Cam Newton's a good pick.
Whole no Lamar Jackson without Cam Newton.
Dude, he played. Okay, Tim Brown played with 19 quarterbacks in 17 years in the NFL.
19.
This dude put up. I have his numbers written now because, like I said, I was going to take him. 14,934 reception yards, number 6 all time, 100 reception touchdowns, number 7 all time. 1,094 receptions, which is number 5 all time. He did this with 19 different fucking quarterbacks. Good pick, Hayden. I'll respect your pick, unlike you other fuckheads. Who you got, Zach? You have another pick?
Yeah. I got Earl Campbell.
That's a good fucking pick.
That's a good pick.
Dude led the NFL in rushing 3 years, 5-time Pro Bowler, 9,000 yards, 74 touchdowns. I mean, just a solid player throughout his career, was always at the top of the rushing list. And that was like, not that we're not like, there aren't good running backs anymore, but I feel like, I guess you have Derrick Henry, but there's no one in the league right now that you're like all-time great. Do you get what I mean? Besides Derrick Henry, because I feel like before it'd be like, CJ2K and Adrian Peterson at the same time. Like there'd be 2 or 3 running backs always going back and forth on like the leaderboard. And now I feel like someone wins it every single year.
Yeah, bro. It's because like running backs just don't last as long as they used to. I don't know how.
It's a passing league.
You got any honorable mentions?
Yeah, bro, I do.
Okay, let's just do a recap before we do the honorable mention. I have 1-1 Barry Sanders, 2nd round Cam Newton, 3rd round who did I take? Charles Woodson. So Charles Woodson, Cam Newton, Barry Sanders. That's for me.
I had Bo Jackson. Who did I take 2nd round?
Eddie George.
Oh yeah, Eddie George, and then Earl Campbell. How did I forget Eddie George?
Because it's a bad pick. That's why.
Oh my god.
I picked O.J. Simpson, Roger Staubach, and Tim Brown.
You sound like an old head.
Yeah, you really do.
Did you draft anyone past the 80s?
Tim Brown.
All right, whatever.
All right, so my honorable mentions so the list that I compiled of like my group I'm gonna choose from, I had like more than 3 in case you guys picked them. The whole entire list got picked except for 2. One was Marcus Allen. This is actually very embarrassing because they're all old guys. But if you look, dude, a lot of the newer Heisman haven't really done shit.
No, yeah, you're right. My list
like
is
Reggie Bush. You could do Reggie Bush maybe, but I mean,
I consider him.
Yeah, I guess.
I would do Cam Newton before
Heisman
Reggie
winner
Bush.
anymore? He's not a Heisman winner.
Did you? Honest to God, neither one of you had Cam Newton on your list.
So I jotted down all the good ones, like all the good NFL careers from the Heisman, and then I just erased some I didn't think were like top tier. There's like RG3, Reggie Bush, Cam Newton, Eddie George. Like they were good seasons, but like not a whole career's worth of like greatness. So Marcus Allen is another one I had. He's actually one of the real reasons that OJ went nuts, because he like after OJ it was Marcus Allen, like this like quick running back from USC that was really handsome and did commercials and things like that. All the ladies loved him. And like I guess like he was close with OJ and like really close with Nicole, and then he had the longest Super Bowl rushing touchdown in NFL history until it was beat by Willie Parker on the Steelers, Super Bowl 40, no biggie. And then my other Heisman winner. What are you guys laughing at, motherfucker?
We can edit this out. You'll laugh. It's hilarious.
Someone else like I have to send it.
Dude, I saw one yesterday and it said the Dallas Cowboys are eliminated from the playoffs. No, yeah, he just like tapped me and showed me that, bro. That's what we were laughing at.
They just sent me that, and I was like, "Oh my
Bro,
god!"
hey, DM that to me.
Okay, one of my honorable mentions was Tony Dorsett.
Yeah, I had him too.
He rushed for over 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns his rookie year, and then that led him to winning Rookie of the Year. He's actually the first ever player. I almost picked him over Charles Woodson, I'm glad I didn't, but there's an argument. He's the first player to ever win a college football championship and then win a Super Bowl in back-to-back years. That's pretty fucking sick. Like, that's pretty badass. And then when he retired from the NFL, the only person that had more rushing yards than him was Walter Payton at the time. So there's definitely an argument there. Really, other than that, everyone on my list got picked.
I was gonna say I had Dorsett on my list, but
So you think, hands down, there's no argument that Lamar Jackson is in conversation with this?
I mean, he's the only Heisman winner to be unanimous MVP, and that's the only thing he has right now.
Okay.
If he had more than
pretty good
I
stat.
respect that
had
answer.
he won a Super Bowl by now, I would 1,000% be saying
I
him,
respect that answer.
But he, compared to the other guys, no.
Dude, when he got drafted and he was pissed that he was 32nd, and he went like you could tell he was pissed. He was like, "Yeah, they're gonna get a Super Bowl out of me." Right then and there, I was like, "That guy's awesome, bro."
My favorite is Josh Rosen or Rosen. What is he?
There
What's
was
he?
11 mistakes.
He's like, there were 11 or 9 mistakes taken ahead of me or something.
I'm gonna make sure they remember that.
He had 3 career starts or something terrible. He did kind of get screwed over though.
Yeah, he did.
He got screwed over heavy.
The only other Heisman I had, once again, old head, Paul Hornung. He's an old dude. Hear me out.
He was in the video I watched on this shit, dude. Yeah, he was legit.
4-time NFL champion, 1-time Super Bowl champion, crazy dual threat athlete, could catch, run, punt, throw, tackle, and he did all that for the Packers. And a big thing is Vince Lombardi liked him and said he was the greatest athlete he'd ever seen. And if Vince Lombardi, who eats, sleeps, and breathes football, says that about you, you're a pretty fucking good athlete, you know?
Yeah.
So
I thought that was a pretty good segment.
That was
fun. It was definitely fun. Everybody had to dig deep.
Researching that. I think Bo Jackson, quality over quantity.
absolutely.
Backwards.
But that's not the case for Cam Newton.
Nope.
He's got a 51% or a 51% win percentage.
Cam Newton never ran for 99 yards and then ran in the tunnel because he didn't want to stop and pull his hamstring. Cam Newton never ran for a fly ball and caught it and ran off the ball.
Fucking end zone pulling out the Superman, dude. He ain't going to no locker room.
Dude,
Fuck
didn't
that.
you read that white lady's cry about how he really upset my son when he dabbed in front of everybody? You should make him stop doing that. What a monster. What an absolute fuck. I don't know how he sleeps at night. What a monster.
You're right. I don't know how I picked that man.
Okay, let's run through the NFL slate.
And I picked OJ.
Oh, okay. So Hayden right here, Bollinger's just going to go through the NFL, and then we're going to say it's not really – we don't have to dig into an argument if we disagree, but –
It's just fresh what your gut says. Off the
boom.
dome.
Yeah. Off the dome.
So we got tonight.
You go first.
Tonight we got Bills versus Rams.
Bills.
I got Rams.
I have Bills. All right. Let's get into the 1:00 slate. Phil, there was a change in topic. If you want to
hold that up, please.
You have cue cards going on right now?
No, but Colton said every time I'm editing this out, but every time we change topic, he's hitting the Jeep.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro.
he's getting this Madden online season is getting really tough.
Dude,
right
the solo battle grind is ridiculous. I've always hated it. Anyways.
All right. 1:00 slates. We got the Saints and Falcons little division rivalry.
Saints.
Defense is too nice.
Bears, Niners.
Niners,
easy.
Steelers, Bengals.
Bengals, good shit.
We thought you were going to say
Aiden.
Steelers. We really did.
Yeah,
I
have a parlay. Yeah, it's in Cincy, bro. It's not gonna be good. I have a parlay going. My last leg is Bengals -6.
Nice. Good pick. All the Steelers fans in the room agree is Bengals. I don't know if that's a good thing though. Everybody's picking on the Bengals. Whatever.
Eagles, Lions.
Where's it at?
It's in Detroit.
Eagles.
What's the line?
-4. Philly.
Eagles win. Lions cover.
I like that.
I like that 3-point.
Lions love to lose.
Patriots, Dolphins.
Dolphins.
I'm a big Dolphins guy this year, dude. I think the Dolphins are gonna be good.
Right on cue. Patriots, Dolphins. Yeah, Patriots, Dolphins.
Patriots, Dolphins. Sergeant Smallcock.
Weren't you saying Patriots early? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sold on the Patriots.
Okay.
So you're picking the Patriots?
He said Patriots, whatever.
Wrong answer, small cock.
That's why he's a producer. Do your homework.
Here we go. Ravens, Jets.
Ravens -7.
Ravens who?
Ravens, Jets.
Take the Jets money.
Are you
line.
saying Jets or Jags?
Jets. Jets.
Oh, right. Ravens for sure.
-7. You like it?
You guys gonna eat this one?
Yeah.
I'll take a push at 7 all day long.
Colton, what you got?
I got money line Jets.
He's got Jets money line. Spoken like a true Jets.
I like the balls. The Jets are interesting. That's
He's
a tough
Jets
one.
fan.
What?
Watch the
Colton's a
Ravens.
Jets fan.
Yeah, he's a Jets fan. Watch the Ravens defense just like have so much respect for Flacco and be like, let's give him this one.
Yeah, it is revenge tour possibility. Here's just an awful game. Jags versus Commies. Commanders debut
Commanders.
Where's that?
in Washington. Actually in Maryland.
Commanders.
Dude, okay.
Someone's gonna tear their ACL.
I'm gonna go. That's just a weird take.
Well, no, because sorry. I should preface that because it's in FedEx Field. FedEx Field's like the most unsafe field.
Okay.
Like,
I was just like,
Is that
either-
part of the parlay?
Yeah, and I should say that
plus 850.
either a player or a fan is gonna tear their ACL, bro, because it's the worst stadium in the nation.
Yeah, I'll take Commanders, but I won't be surprised if the Jags win. I think the Jags will be like shockingly win like 6 or 7 games this year.
Browns, Panthers.
Panthers.
Panthers win.
Colts, Texans. Colts.
Colts.
But don't sleep on the Texans either. I think
Dude, I'm telling you, watch Matt Ryan have a great year.
dude. That
Yeah, I think he is too.
don't-
Pittman. I like Pittman.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't like their wide receiver core at
You don't
all.
like
No, I don't like Pittman. I'm not sold on Pittman being a wide receiver 1 at all.
I think he is.
I don't think he is. Whatever. We
I
can
loved him
disagree.
at USC. All right. Giants and Titans.
Titans.
Titans. Giants cover.
Packers, Vikings
Where's that?
in Minnesota.
Vikings.
Give me the Vikings.
I like Packers. Chiefs, Cardinals
Chiefs.
Where's that?
in Arizona.
Ooh, fuck. Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Raiders, Chargers.
I know this is repetitive.
Chargers.
Where's the game?
In LA. Yeah, LA.
Give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders.
The Chargers.
I'll take the Raiders.
Chargers. Bucks, Cowboys.
Bucks.
That's like the two like America's teams going at it.
Yeah.
And Jesus. Broncos at Seahawks.
Broncos, bro. Broncos, it'll be a slaughter.
That's right.
We're riding. What's Sunday Night Football?
Bucks, Cowboys. That'd be good. I like that.
They gave Seahawks the fucking Monday night game?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to make us watch the Seahawks on primetime. And
They probably gave it to him when they had Russell Wilson.
Didn't. They usually do two Monday night games week 1, and they didn't.
I know, dude.
That's wild. All right,
Let's ride.
let's ride. What we got next? It's
We're running. Okay, while we're still on the NFL topic, real quick, give me one NFC team that is going to be a hot take, whether you think a bad team is going to be good or a good team that's going to be bad, and then an AFC team, and we'll just go around and we'll all give our hot take that kind of a shocking, I guess, something you wouldn't expect to happen this year.
I think Cardinals finish below 500.
Okay, NFC, we'll say the Cardinals finish below 500. Sticking to NFC, I think it's not really a hot take to say that the Vikings are going to win their division, but I think let me say, go on a limb here. Aaron Rodgers wins his 3rd straight MVP.
Oh, wow.
That wasn't really based on my topic, but I still think that's kind of a hot take.
Yeah, no, I go with that, especially without Devontae.
Is it a hot take to say that the Eagles will win the NFC East and do a deep playoff run?
I mean, the deep playoff.
Run, I would say is pretty shocking.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, bro. I can't think of anything really it's a hot.
Yeah, sorry, it was kind of on the spot.
No, you're good.
Curious.
I'll tell you what. Here's my hot take. What? Everything all right?
Yeah, we're good. Our
Oh.
producers being cocksuckers.
Fuck yeah. My hot take: Lions will win at least 6 games this year.
I like that. I think the Lions will be good. I think they'll lose a lot of heartbreaking games again, which is on par. AFC.
I think if they do kind of bad this year, I think Dan Campbell still comes back for a 3rd year.
Dan Campbell should get a lifetime contract.
Yeah.
He deserves one good season.
Mm-hmm.
And if that man makes the playoffs, I don't even want to know what he will do.
Yeah. He'll coach shirtless.
Detroit will build him a statue.
Oh,
He'll coach shirtless.
that would be
okay, AFC hot take.
I think Patriots make the playoffs.
I think they might get last in their division.
I think they make the playoffs.
That's a hot take, but that's not the one I have.
I have one. Steelers trade Mason Rudolph and Devin Bush before week 4.
Is there something you're looking to get back, or is that just
probably just either draft picks or another? We have a quarterback on our practice squad, but probably a linebacker for sure. Linebacker or like an O lineman. Like trading Mason and Devin Bush for like an O lineman and a middle linebacker straight up.
Ain't no one doing that. Who giving you a starting caliber player for?
Devin Bush is okay. He's pretty good.
I mean, he's our starter. He's just like, I don't know. He butts heads with the coaches. Like, he's a good athlete. He just doesn't like our coaching staff for some reason. Mason Rudolph's not I don't know why he gets so much hate. He's not like the best. But if you need like a backup, like he's doing, he's worth more as a backup to someone else than he's a 3rd string on our team. And I don't know. Devin Bush is young. He's a good he's a good linebacker. He hasn't signed a contract yet, so I mean, like, you're not gonna have to pay a lot right away. Or even just an O lineman. I don't fucking know. But they are going to get traded.
All right. My AFC hot take is I saw this guy, and I spend a lot of my time in the Twitter comments because I think that's where the funniest shit on Twitter is at. And that's where I get a lot of my memes. But there was this one guy underneath, and he was just in the comments, he was just getting absolutely bodied, ratio after ratio. And I'm going to defend this one guy because every clapback that he had, he made a point, and he did look like a fool, but he was making points, and he was despite the fact he was getting bodied by countless people, he'd never let up. And that's why my hot take is the Jacksonville Jaguars will win their division.
Wow.
They will finish the top seed in their division over the Colts, over the Titans. And don't sleep on the Texans because I think they will win a game against the Titans and the Colts too. The Jacksonville Jaguars will win their division. You heard it. And if I'm right, you guys are going to look back on this. I'm sure nobody will ever look back on this or remember I said it, but
I definitely will.
That would be crazy if I was right about this.
Yeah, it'd be so fucking crazy. That's insane.
That's my hot take.
All right. We want to, what, MLB?
I was going to either do Bachelor or MLB. Up to you guys.
Actually, let's do Bachelorette.
All right, bet. All right, so.
You're doing a drum roll at first.
I thought
No, stretch.
I was like, all right.
Hit us with it.
All right, so these past 2 weeks have been fantasy suites. Or sorry, not 2 weeks, last 2 days. They did Monday and Tuesday. They've been fantasy suites. What that means is they go on a date, and it's an overnight date, and there's no cameras. So they're fucking. So they're banging and shit like that, and that usually causes some, issues or, heads to butt. What?
Christian's hype about the fucking.
Dude, if I were these men, I would be too. They are some stunners. The Bachelorettes. Anyway, so Rachel, let's do Rachel and Tino. She met Tino's parents, and they were like, hey, this is a horrible idea. You should not get married this fast. I told you guys about that.
Yeah, I remember
He's
that.
grilling her. So like it was kind of, she was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro. I don't know. Does Tino even like me? Am I gonna make it with his family? And Tino's like, listen, my parents are my parents. Like they're gonna have their opinions no matter what. But like I like you. That's all that matters. She's like, oh yeah, duh. And they fucked. So then Rachel and who's the other one? Rachel and Zach. Zach is only 25, and remember that because for some reason that's a big deal. Good shit, man. Um, they had a great date. Went to bed. Probably fucked. And then afterwards, he was on camera. He's like, "I'm so concerned. When the cameras were off and we were alone, she was like grilling me hard, like being really like what's the word? Really kind of like not intuitive or intrinsic, but like Jesus fucking Christ. Um, just like questioning him a lot. He was like, it was like not the same person that I see normally. Like I thought this lady's gonna be my wife, and then she kept asking me, "Am I ready to get married? Am I ready to get married?" You know, you're only 25. She kept harping about my age. Like all the thoughts of her like being my wife just like went away. And he's like crying for like 20 minutes, bro. Like, dude, man the fuck up. She's asking you, "Are you sure you want to be married? You were on a game show. Like, is this sure something you want to do? You know, because not a lot of people would." He's like, it just wasn't the same person. He's like crying, bro, crying to Jesse Palmer of all people. Fucking weird, bro. And then, so I'll get right back to him. She had a date with Avon. Avon's dope. Avon probably my favorite for Rachel because he's like Tino seems like a dick. Zach seems like a bitch. Sorry. Tino seems like a dick. Zach seems like a fucking vagina. Avon's like the actually only like looks genuine as like light not lightheaded but laid back and like high spirited, like just kind of like cool. His parents were both cool with Rachel. It seemed like it was the best fit. And then so like right before the rose ceremony, Zach's like Rachel's literally fucking going to reach and grab the rose, and Zach's like, Rachel, can I talk to you for a minute? And they're like literally both Avon and Tina are like, God fucking what the fuck, bro? She's like, yeah, for sure. And then it ended on him like saying like what he's about to say, and then it shows her pissed off and all this shit. And then Gabby, she sent everybody else home. She sent Johnny, who was my favorite, and then she sent Jason home because they both were like, hey, we really like you, but like, would you mind not getting engaged at the end of this thing? Like, we want to date with no cameras around, like living everyday life because it's probably important. Like, one guy was like, I feel like you don't even know me that well. I don't really know you that well. Like, not saying I don't know you, but like as much as I should to get married, which makes fucking sense.
Exactly.
Like, why can't we just like we don't have to end on an engagement? Let's just end together and then go date each other. Like
That seems like a very viable like
that seems very reasonable. And then, but in Gabby's defense, one of the guys was kind of a dick about it after a while and like wouldn't like explain himself. But like, yeah, I don't get why it's like gotta be an engagement. I know it's called the Bachelorette, but like you can date. You can even be engaged and then just like date through your engagement and not plan the wedding until like 4 years later. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But the only guy that was left was Eric, and I guess Eric pissed her off because like he was talking about how like jealous he was knowing that she was gonna go like spend the night with these other guys. Jokes on him because she sent them both home, but like he was like, I'm really jealous. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard for me, and they talked it out. Blah 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 blah. Then like after the date, he grabs her and like pulls her out, and like they're just like talking, and he's like, I missed you so much. I want to see you more. And she's like, oh my god. And then he was like, he brought it up again. She was like, what the fuck? Why would you bring this up? We just talked about it. Like she was freaking out, and I was like, oh my god. Even he was like, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just talking about how like thank you for helping me get by it. Anyway, it was fucking weird. So now she's only got Eric left, and I feel like these next 2 weeks she just needs to figure out if she likes him enough to get engaged because it's fucking weird, man. It's never been like this, let alone 2 bachelorettes with all this extra shit. But yeah, it ended on Rachel like freaking the fuck out because whatever so and so said to her, and then Jesse Palmer was like, "It's the most dramatic, most insane finale ever." Like they don't say that every fucking year.
Yeah, I
You
was
know
gonna
what I'm
say.
saying?
I feel like that's seasonally. So
Yeah. So yeah, it's just fucking weird, man. Bachelor in Paradise is coming up soon, and that shit's fun as fuck to watch. Because like they're like openly having sex, not like on camera, but like people talk about it and shit, and like they just get wasted. It's really dope.
when does that start? Like after the
I'm not sure. But it's like old Bachelor contestants that didn't win, and they're like they kind of like different seasons meet up and stuff like that, and it just so happens they pick the most handsome ones. But whatever.
So do you have like a favorite who's gonna win or?
So yeah, my Gabby's power rankings. I almost put 1 nobody and 2 Eric, but I figured that was mean. And she did say she loved him, but I mean,
He's getting so into it. I love it, dude. He did say
and like I said, Rachel's is I like Aben the best. Then probably Tino, just because like I think he likes her, but he's also kind of a douche. So like Aben is above him there, and then Zach's just a baby back bitch, and he's the third. Yeah,
I feel like I connect with him.
I wonder why.
Dog.
Yeah,
Root for
I'm
the
an
underdog.
guy. All
Don't
right.
you have the Bills tonight?
All right, since this,
Yeah. All I really had to say was, you ever hear people say like that's extraordinary, like something that's really fucking awesome, like that's extraordinary.
Yeah.
Wow, what you just did was extraordinary, dude. If you look at the word
extraordinary.
extraordinary, it's just like super average. Why is that like oh that's awesome? No, it's like saying, wow, you did the bare minimum and you got it done. That's extraordinary. Like, I don't fucking get why extraordinary is this great term. It's literally extraordinary. You're extra normal.
You're just mid.
Yeah, like you're not just mid, you're super mid. Like,
Super mid.
You're super mid.
like, it doesn't sound like a compliment to me. That's all I got.
That's funny. Oh, well,
Yeah.
that kind of wraps it up for episode 14.
14.
All right. MLB's ramping up. We're going to start getting back into that as the playoffs come around, the wild card. Zach, I figured you didn't want to talk about it anyways because the Orioles are starting to drop out.
We're slipping.
Mariners are hot. Mets are falling off. Edwin Diaz is starting to become a meme of something that used to be the coolest thing in baseball. But other than that,
cool entrances are only cool if you win.
yeah, we'll jump into it, get a little more on it next week.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
Peace out.